Steve, last show of the season, not a bad little show, mate. Started off with the very talented young lad from Blackpool, Jacob Hill.
Yeah, you know, he's a light welterweight. He was really struggling, so we had to get like welter stroke light middle for him, which obviously the kid is tough and bigger, but nowhere near his ability. So you know, it was always going to be a points win for Jake. He actually put him down with a good body shot, which he called a low blow, but he was bang on the solar plexus. And you know what, Jake weren't well as well. He'd been ill, but because he knew there was a golfing ability, he wanted to fight, so he fought. So I think it was a decent performance, but we'll see the better of him as we move along, mate.
Yeah. And then we had the return of the captain after picking up his first loss up in Blackpool. He returned to fight Josh Cook and put on a half decent performance, didn't he?
Yeah. He Adams did a little bit too much for me. He could have dropped more shots down the body, but apart from that, I wouldn't criticise him. As you say, he's coming off a loss, and that affects people's confidence. But he got in there and did the job and did it well.
Yeah. And then we had Marcus Tomlinson out for his second outing against a new and more dangerous Jordan Graham. He's not the same fighter that he was 10 fighters ago, mate.
I think he's having more of a go, isn't he? But you know, he's just doing a great job, isn't he? You know, Jordan Graham is one of my favourite journeymen. And, he turned up, he gave Marcus a bit of a test, and Marcus won on points, and that's what was expected.
Yeah, but like you say, Jordan Graham is a serious test for anyone now, isn't he? You've got past that test, and Marcus did with flying colours. And then the kid I loved watching, little Lance Lisco.
Yeah, I mean, again, struggling to match him. He's an 8 stone 10 fighter. He fought a 9 stone 10 guy on the gate, so he'd give a stone away, and that way it's a lot to do, but never ever once looked in trouble, and in the last round it looked like he might have even stopped him. So once we can start matching him in his right weight, I think he'll start doing some damage. I'm looking forward to building his career.
He's technically not the most beautiful, but certainly one of the most entertaining fighters to watch. Greg McGuinness, mate.
Yeah, do you know what? I felt sorry for Greg because he's like a super feather lightweight. He's stuck in the middle of it there, and he was fighting John Spencer with Curtis, and you know, Curtis pulled him out, and I seen him fight at Oldham on the same night, John. So I feel really sorry that we had to put in kind of a welter light middle with him, and a dangerous one too. And it was a tough fight for him, but he gritted his teeth and kept on coming forward, and deservedly won. And you know,
it was fair
props to him. I mean, he's had his learning fights him now, and I was talking the other night, I'd like to put him in a fight. I mean, he's not with me, he's with Alex in a 50-50 fight on one of the shows there, and we're looking at someone like Fawn Wright, you know, again similar record, and they'll be the same weight, and they'll be both looking forward to carry on being undefeated. So I think that fight would be great. If not Fawn, it'll be someone else, because he's not bothered with fights, and I'm looking forward to doing that one.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to watching it. And then a young kid who brought a massive crowd with him, Samir Aftab, making his debut.
Yeah, he did bring a big crowd with him as well, didn't he? And, you know, you thought he won a world title after that, so we'll just have to calm it all down, because he's only a young kid, he's very light, probably a light flyer, not even a flyweight, so he's going to be hard to match. But while he's selling those tickets, we'll be bringing the foreigners in for him, won't we? Because he's not in the UK, but you know, he's shown glimpses of his ability on Saturday night, so I'm looking forward to the journey with little Sam.
I totally enjoy it, like I say. And we know how tough that Paris is, because he fought Conor Butler and Brandon Hill previously. And then a kid who almost pumped perfect again, Liam Gaynor.
Yeah, Liam Gaynor, good win for him. I was running around, I didn't get a chance to see much of that fight, but I spoke to everyone afterwards, and they said it was nice and tidy. So again, he needs to step up again. He's with Alex, and I spoke to Steffi about Connor Golden, and I think that'd be a good fight.
Would that be for the central area? Because
yes.
Connor Coggle,
Connor Coggle, sorry, not Connor Google. Yeah, he fought and I showed him a week and he got mixed up. Yeah, I think that'd be a great fight for the both of them. So that'd be nice if we could make that.
Both really tiny boxers as well, so that'd be a good chess match. Again, another kid I love watching. Paul Archimedes did exactly what he always does.
Do you know what? I was disappointed in that fight, not in Paul, but in Brett, because he can fight and he's had a couple of wins. He's had long notice for this fight. I thought he was going to turn up and try and turn the apple cart over, but after the first round, I think Paul had put him in his box, and he just wanted to survive. And it was a good win for Paul, but it wasn't one of the best to watch. Like,
but not for Paul. Paul just. He's non-stop coming forward, but Brett just went on the back foot, which he very rarely does. Like you say, coming off 2 wins, he thought it would have been a bit more positive about it. And then finished off with another great fight at the end, and Flatley's very in a boring, very rarely in a boring fight against. I can't pronounce his name, but he's fought
the Russian, let's call him. Yeah, but he's a competent fighter. Never really give Jack much trouble, but he was always in the fight, and you know what, he was perfect for what we needed with Jack. You know, a good 8 rounds when he was working on things, and after the European title defeat, where he took a bit of a pasting, me and Alex sat down and said, look, you know, forget these offers that we're getting for the TV fights, let's get him on home, get him a couple of wins where he can learn, and then we can go back in for the big fights. And I sat down with Jack after, I went, look Jack, you've done those 2 fights now, and you've shown us what we wanted to see. I don't mind you going back and have another fight now, and hopefully we can make a champion of him, because he deserves it. He trains hard, he's a diligent kid, and you know, he is going to have it up against him when he fights whoever it is next, but I'm sure there's a belt in him.
Yeah, definitely. And as you just said, he'd been working on things which he's not getting hit, and in that fight he didn't get hit, mate.
That's exactly what we wanted,
And now we've got a little break, mate.
Yeah, well, you're interviewing me here in the sun, I'm dripping wet. I was a boxer, I'd be losing a few pounds, it'd be good for me, but as a beer monster, it's no good for me, is it? So now I'm really pleased on Sunday morning when I woke up, and we've not got a show till September the 10th. We've got a few kids fighting, but nothing like the stress that we have on our own shows. So I think I deserve a break now, but we're coming back big and strong in September. So thanks for everyone who supported us through this season, and next season, as I say, it's going to be bigger and better, and we're going to put some proper good fights on.
Well, we have got a kid involved in a title fight just this Saturday coming up in Oldham, haven't we? Brian Phillips. Yeah,
Brian Phillips on Saturday in Oldham, and then we've got Ben Marksby fighting in Newcastle, and then we've got Aki Fiaz. So we have got a bit of interest in the shows in between, and best wishes to all those lads. I'm hoping we get 3 out of 3 winners with them.
That's the way. See you later.
Cheers, bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.